What's good, YouTube? Today we are reacting to the downfall of IRL streaming. I don't got nothing to say. I heard it's been going bad though, so let's get to the video though.
Don't watch games no more like that on Twitch. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, you already speaking facts. Nobody really watches games on Twitch like that. Like, that's the thing with Twitch now. Like, the streaming shit, everybody wants to do is IRL streaming shit. Me, I'm gonna be a desktop streamer because I ain't gonna lie, I would not have the energy to be streaming every day. Well, you don't gotta do it every day, but have to set up a cameraman, bodyguards and stuff, trying to walk around the public. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do, but as a start, I wouldn't do it.
Reality is, IRLs just do better.
And you don't have anything
He's not wrong though. IRLs do better.
planned and you just want to sit at your desk and talk to the chat, all people say is L content. Go IRL, go do this, no content.
It's tired of seeing just overly showing that they don't have, that they can't relate to. We can't relate to you no more.
IRL streaming, a known part of streaming that became a big craze this year and the end of last year, is seeming to die down as time goes on. And if we're being honest, streaming as a whole is,
I'm not gonna lie, it is true. Like, gaming content, it is hard to get views on it. Like, you gotta be really interesting when it comes to gaming content now. That's what it feels like, because everybody doing IRL streaming shit. Like, you gotta be like Corey Kenshin level. I'm not gonna lie.
but if you want a full breakdown,
Because that nigga records a video, and that nigga posts a video about a game, people are watching that, like Markiplier and stuff. But I mean, that has nothing to do with streaming though. But yeah, when it comes to streaming though, I don't know.
on that, I have a video you can go check out. Staying with IRLs though, it just seems like more and more people are uninterested in it, along with the fact that it is pretty dangerous to IRL stream. I mean, think about it. You have a live stream, basically a UAV on your location at all times, and people are weirdos. We see that on the line consistently. You're putting yourself in that danger for the sake of content when you really don't have to, along with the fact that, as many people may not know, IRL streaming costs a ton of money. These big productions you see also cost a ton of money, and it seems like these streamers that are pulling this off are almost never making that money back. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Thought we start from the very beginning with some failed IRL productions that we've seen recently.
Every dollar I made this month plus more is going into that. And it's only a week long. If I don't average like 40, 50.
See, that's why I don't know. Like, I do some IRL streams, but I just wouldn't do that all the time.
I think finale I might touch a Hun Diddy or like a 150 piece.
IRL streaming, for the few or two people that wouldn't know, is just streaming away from your desktop, whether that be in a big production, going to the store, going to the mall, zip lining, traveling Japan, just doing stuff that wouldn't be considered you being inside your house. And that type of streaming took over in droves, with a bunch of people putting on big productions like that DDG Love Show you just saw, along with the fact that we have Kai's Mafia thon going on right now. I mean, the month before, I'm pretty sure we had streamer games where streamers came together. Also, we have streamer awards show coming up, along with the fact that next month we have Phase Subathon. They're probably going to do a bunch of IRL segments, along with the fact that before that we also had Streamer Ball, Streamer University. You see the trend I'm going down. There were a lot of IRL events, and those aren't just like casual stuff. People were taking trips to Japan, which is also happening, trips to Europe, trips to whole other countries, doing what Speed's also doing, taking trips around the US, and it just makes all of these productions a lot lackluster.
Everybody on this views is down. You can't pull up right now and hit ain't cranking like it was last month. Is what the it is.
Back in the day when two streamers literally just came and sat at a desktop together, people were excited because normally it's just through the internet. They're on Discord or a call or FaceTime, something like that. So seeing people in person was genuinely a crazy thing. Then people started going out and actually doing stuff. What made it even crazier, instead of having Aiden, Ross, Kai, Bruce all sit in a chair together, you could see them all go out and have fun in Japan, or maybe do a different IRL. Looking at AMP all together, they did a trip where they traveled to like Tokyo or Japan. But once you consistently,
Yeah, see, I don't know how they doing that. Like, then when you think about it, y'all got to bring y'all cameraman with y'all bodyguards with y'all, when y'all fly to these countries and stuff. It's just like, man, I don't know how I'll be doing it. And then it's just like, I'm not saying IRL streaming is bad. Don't get me wrong, IRL streaming is good, but it's like, I gotta take a break with that shit. 'Cause yeah, then if you're known enough, there's gonna be people that's gonna know that you're out there, and they're gonna try to look for you and shit. Think what happened with ISO Speed.
do those things all the time, you would become tired of it because it's not a big event anymore. It's just another thing that's happening. Along with the fact that these productions are getting so big that it's outside of the realm for a viewer to even relate anymore. Yeah, it's cool seeing Speed go around the country and having fun, but you can't relate to somebody like Aiden Ross and Lacey or Silky and Face who are chilling on yachts having fun partying anymore.
But I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know why you try to relate to that type of stuff. If you're not like a huge content creator like that, like them, or you're not getting at that point, yeah, you better go to that point then if you want to relate to that, because that's like the stuff they're doing that's like big content creators and shit. Going to all these other countries and stuff, or like, spending all their money on stuff. Like, of course, I'm not gonna be able to relate to that. Cause nigga, I don't got that much money right now. I do not got that much money. That's why I gotta be a big content creator or something. But at that point, I'm gonna just be focusing on my own stuff, bro.
Just tired of seeing just overly showing that they don't have that they can't relate to. We can't relate to you no more. We can't. Y'all streaming on yachts and I want to stream from his bathtub to pretend that he on a yacht right now. Listen, bro, you don't gotta do that.
Seeing these events happen every single month and having you as a viewer not be able to relate to it might not resonate with a lot of you, because maybe you genuinely do love seeing these IRLs and maybe you genuinely do relate to some of these people, like Kai not bring on your favorite celebrity. It still makes sense for people to stop doing IRL streaming just as a streamer outside of the actual viewership that's going on because of how expensive IRL streaming truly is. I know I've said it like 50 times already this video, but you truly don't understand how much money it takes to put on productions like these. The Mafia-thon, DDG's Love Show, all of these things cost so much money, and
Like, that's like trying to relate to Mr. Beast. Like, like nigga, come on, bro. You know what type of content this man makes. You think you're gonna be able to relate to that nigga? I'm not saying this in a bad way, but it's just like you think you're gonna be able to. You really think you're gonna be able to relate to Mr. Beast? Like, even if you don't even know who Mr. Beast is, you see his YouTube channel, you think you're going to be able to relate to him. Nah, man. Unless you're like a really rich person, yeah, I'd be able to relate to the stuff he's doing, but nah, man, I'm not going to lie. I would not be able to relate to anything he's doing, man. This man is setting up huge events every video. Like, I'm also supposed to relate that. Like, oh yeah, I'd be setting up these huge events that be costing like millions of dollars every day. Like, nah.
streaming as
I ain't trying to make a name seem bad.
a whole just takes a lot out of you outside of the event. Just to actually fly there yourself, your cameraman, have more people show up, book hotels, book events to do. It just seems like a lot of money you're throwing away with the chance of even making it back. There's no real guarantee you're gonna hit the same amount of money you spent on that event and get it right back from those streams / YouTube videos or even clips that come out of it.
I was told I had to pay $30K and cover my team's expenses. That's what was agreed on. I wouldn't have done it if I had to pay more. And then I said, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't make money like Aiden makes. I cannot afford to put that up, LOL. I barely broke even on the event.
This is more expensive than the hit-a-thon, more expensive than any trip I've been on, more expensive than any content that I ever did on Twitch. The most expensive, but it's gonna be very lit. I don't plan on making no money.
Y'all know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You can get a 10K check from Twitch. What the is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel, $500 on setup, $2,000 on your rent, $200.
That's why you gotta start as a desktop streamer. That's why you gotta start like that. If you try to start with IRL streaming as a low stream, that's just gonna mess you up unless you just want to just say fuck it.
On Wi-Fi, $200 on IRL.
Well, no, it's not gonna mess you up. But like you try to overspend your money and stuff, try to do to mess up low streaming. Yeah, what is you doing?
Toolkit, you gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going into negative.
The crazier part about all of this is just gonna get worse and worse each time because content creation is an ever-evolving game of constantly one-upping not yourself, but also other content creators. If somebody else wanted to put on a love show, they couldn't completely just copy what DDG did. They have to do DDG's love show on that same production value or higher and put a
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would not care about one up and other creators. Like, I don't even care to be that famous. Like, once I reach 100,000, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. Once I reach 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be good at that point. I'm talking about on YouTube, not Twitch. But I would not care at that point. Like, if I got 1,000. If I'm averaging 1,000 views, that's not even that. Like that's not even bad. 1,000 views is good. Or like 2,000, like 10,000. Like at that point, I would not care at that point. Like if my natural views is 7,000 or something, just me doing it, that's how streaming. Then I'm good. Or even 1,000, like I said, then I'm good.
What's
More people are going to discover me anyway.
on it? Another person can't just do the mafia thought around a mansion and bring a bunch of people over. You have to have a pretty bigger mansion, crazier celebrities, crazier things going on, and that's just gonna get more and more expensive. And as you heard, these content creators are already barely breaking even, if that, or even going into the negative. So this is just an ever-evolving cycle of consistently making money just to throw it away, but for content that might not even get that same return. Don't get me wrong, it might be fun and it might be cool, but at the end of the day, this is still a job where you have to profit. From even a streamer side, IRLs just don't seem like the way to go. It doesn't make any real sense why a streamer would consistently keep on doing them unless they're having fun, or unless apparently they're delusional to themselves, because streamers are in the same mindset that IRLs are the only thing to keep someone's attention.
Let's talk real for a sec. The standard for streaming is all the way up here. If you go live and you don't have anything planned and you just want to sit at your desk and talk to the chat and just relax, kick back, vibe with your stream, all people say is L content, go IRL, go do this, no content, didn't plan anything today, never plan, no content. Why did it turn into that? I genuinely feel like that's why streamers are taking breaks. Look at Ron taking a break. I go live, right? And I'll end my stream off for the last 4 hours, me just talking to the chat, playing a game. And then I look over at the chat and I see, oh, L content. Bro didn't plan anything.
So you gotta do them Discord streams. I'm telling you, a lot of small streamers, when they're desktop streaming shit, they be doing those Discord streams with their communities and stuff. Now, obviously, yeah, you got like, I don't know, like 100 followers or something, or you're not that much of a big, small content creator. Like, by big, small content creator, I mean, like, you're a small creator, but you're not that much of a big, small creator. Like, you're just starting out and stuff. Obviously, yeah, you're not going to have a community, but like, I don't know. That's why I just prefer to grow on YouTube first and then start Twitch.
Today. Go do something. Why are you just...
And then, yeah, when I start streaming, I'm going to have a community and then I'm going to do Discord servers. Right? That's what you got to do. I mean, obviously, yeah, you can't do that all the time, though. I don't know. This streaming game really... This whole game with the streaming stuff really is messed up right now. I'm not gonna lie though.
Sitting here.
Don't get me wrong, I really want to sympathize with Lacey and his criticism of the current state of streaming, because a lot of people are talking about it, but it's entirely his fault and other streamers' fault. You literally curate your audience. If you go out and do IRLs often, plan big events often, and make it a staple in your community.
You got a point. You got a point.
That, hey, I'm going to go out and do this thing next.
You got a
as an
point.
IRL streamer, and literally brand yourself as an IRL streamer. When you're not doing that, people are going to get upset. Especially if you're posting on Twitter saying, hey, you're expected to do a collab in this country, you're expected to travel to this place, you're expected to do this thing with this person. Lacey's most recent big IRL.
You got a point. Like, why do you think, for example, I don't think your rage is an IRL stream. Yeah, I've been seeing some of the streams. Like, yeah, when that man is on his desktop stream, he will have hella views and shit. He would. I'm not gonna lie. Your rage, like I seen that, but he's not wrong about that. Yeah, audience shit. Like, if you just base all your streams off of IRL content, then yeah, they're gonna always suspect that.
IRL collab was literally with Aiden Ross doing Fat Cam, where he got a bunch of other streamers together and had them all compete for money. And then before that, he was out there traveling with Kyrie Irving. So yes, when you make that a staple in the stamp in your community that, hey, this is the bar, when you just sit down and do desktop streams, it's going to seem lackluster because of the other content that you're doing. But if you're another streamer who just happens to sit down and chill and play games consistently in most of the time, that's what people have come to expect out of them.
Niggas don't watch games no more like that on Twitch. I'm telling you, bro. Like, y'all acting like if games crushed on Twitch the way they used to, like a few years ago, you don't think everybody would stop the IRLs and start playing games? Facts! But reality is, IRLs just do better. So, and IRLs is just fun as hell. That's why more people been doing IRLs. And I'll be honest with y'all can't mention Queso, bro. That's like saying the triangle offense doesn't work and mentioning Kobe Bryant and Phil Jackson. Obviously, that's the GOAT, bro. Like, those are, they can do that. Feel me? Everybody else is not Queso.
Don't get me wrong. In the beginning, obviously, IRLs are going to crush streaming. People are used to this. They're used to people sitting behind a desktop and just yapping to their chat, reacting to videos, playing video games. So when you introduce this new thing, but people are going to latch used to it and obviously want to see more and more of it. But as you become more used to it, it's going to lose the luster it once had. And we're seeing that as it fizzles out more and more. And people are obviously going to put fingers at other streamers who don't do IRLs and consistently maintain higher viewership. They said Queso in his chat, and he said you can't bring up Queso, but you could bring up a bunch of other gamers, people that mainly do video gaming content. Someone like I'm Dante, who recently even stepped into IRLs, who just does reactions often and maintains a high viewership. The quote that I'm seeing that IRLs are just this big thing that you must do as a streamer is genuinely sad, because it's also pretty dangerous to do IRL streaming. Again, you are live streaming with maybe a 2-second delay, showing your environment, showing where you are. They can easily be found, and it's going to be pretty dangerous as well to consistently IRL stream. You're going to have to worry about your safety often, and we're seeing the ramifications of this with two streamers named Marlon and Stable Ronaldo, who recently stopped and dumbed down the IRL streaming wave purely because of their own safety being an issue.
Like a month and a half ago, I stopped IRL streaming as much, and I know a lot of y'all have noticed that. About every other night around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., midnight, about twice a week, people would come to the house super late saying that they were looking for me, weapons they had, and it wasn't like kids. It was like older people. You know what I'm saying? Like the internet's always gonna have its thing, but I was just very scared, and I was scared to IRL stream.
Came at Lacey first and threatened me through Lacey because they couldn't find me, and said that they let Lacey go, and then they kept coming back to the face crib, like over and over again. You know what I'm saying? They kept threatening him, they kept threatening me, they kept trying to say they was gonna find us.
As I said at the beginning of this video, you literally have an entire UAV on you at all times. That small 2-second streamer delay doesn't do much, especially when these streamers are going to these places and going to the most popular areas there are, and the most popular places that are well known by a lot of people when you live in LA, Austin, or any big place that they are traveling to. And don't be dumb, obviously some of these streamers move with security, but if anybody wanted to do anything to them, it would be pretty simple. And that's a scary thing to think about when you're just trying to make content and entertain people. You can't be funny all the time, ha ha, laughing, when you know that there is a threat of your life being put in danger purely because someone doesn't like you or envious of the lifestyle you live. I feel like we already had this conversation before outside of streaming with rappers just being dumb and posting their locations on like Instagram or other places. So someone literally live streaming their location and showing everybody where they are to pull up and take anything they might have or to do something to them that would be dangerous. It just seems like a dumb conversation and is obviously really stupid. Now, don't get me wrong, all of those negatives on IRL streaming isn't going to make people stop doing it. People love this and think it's genuinely fun to take the chat around and have fun doing a bunch of things in real life.
Don't get me wrong, that shit is fun, but I wouldn't be doing IRL streams like that much. Like, I don't know, probably like once a month or something.
I'm not telling people to go back to desktop streaming.
That's if I do make it big as a streamer though.
I'm just saying it is okay to do desktop streams here and there. And if you curate an audience of people who want to see IRLs, I don't want streamers to sit there and act surprised when their numbers are down or people are upset that they're not doing those things. Streamers like Boost Drop 'em Off, like I'm Dante, Queso, any gaming streamer, Disguised Toast, all of these people sit down and play games often, do reactions often, entertain their chats often, and it's genuinely a skill and an art that a lot of people seem to just take.
I bro, a lot of these, I don't even know if I'll be a gamer shit though. Like I'd probably just do reactions or like interact with my community with Discord or something. But gaming, I mean, I probably would do that. But I don't know. Like I'm too lazy to even finish the full game. I like it.
For granted, or they're just replacing with the fact that, hey, I got this cool event that you could just watch me do, and I don't really have to have a personality while doing it for it to be entertaining.
Queso just has a way to make anything fun as shit, bro, and that's a real deal skill. That's why I respect the nigga OD, bro, because it's not easy to make games no one's ever heard of fun.
Bruce is one of the only people who could sit at a desk for 10 hours and keep an entire chat engaged without having to go IRL.
Any aspiring streamer out there who might be seeing this video, you don't have to do IRL streaming or get caught up in that wave at all. There are countless people that can sit in front of a camera for hours keeping the chat entertained. Like Lacey mentioned, Bruce Drop 'em Off, Queso, or even people like Soul Illuminati who can sit there at a desktop making people laugh often. You can be one of those people. And for people that want to,
That's how I would be. But I get big in that streamer stuff, I'm gonna be like that for real. I'm gonna definitely be like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that IRL streaming stuff, I probably do it like once a month. Not even once a month. I don't know, it just depends. But like I said, I wouldn't have the energy to do that IRL streaming. Like I build my community off of just me being a desktop streamer.
Do IRLs. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you to be aware of the danger, the fatigue, and the downfall that is happening when it comes to them. Because IRLs are held to a really, really high standard. And if you can't reach that standard, then people are going to basically sell you an event failed, it's doing bad, or you don't know what you're doing. You might end up just wasting more money and time than if you just sat at a desktop and tried your best to entertain your chat with reactions, gaming, or just casual yapping. But at the end of the day, that is just my opinion. If you want to tell me your opinion, the best way to do that would be the comment.
Shout out to Nobby for the video. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody expects you to the streaming stuff. The streaming game is messed up. Like everybody wants to do IRL streaming. Like even small streamers that don't even have enough money wants to do IRL streaming, and you don't have to do that. You already got a computer. Just do stuff on the computer. That's all you gotta do. I mean, IRL streaming is not bad, but certain what all these other people were saying about it, how they say it's like exhausting and stuff. Hey, I wouldn't do it. But if you want to, go ahead. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if you want to. But yeah, if you like the video, like, subscribe, follow my socials, and you're on the road to 1K.